Hey guys, it's Brooke, and in today's video I'm kind of just going to be talking about something that's just been on my mind lately. I know my videos usually aren't me just like talking to the camera, which I kind of want to do some more of, but then again I don't know, it's just like different for me, so excuse me if I like ramble on. This is kind of just going to be rambling for me to like have documentary of it, and you can watch it if you like, and if not, great, good for you, you can go watch something else. But I don't know, I've just had this idea like in my mind ever since I came back from my Thailand trip, and it's the idea of living radically. And I guess what I mean by that, living radically, there's like so many different definitions that you can come up with it, and it's like there's so many different things that you can do with that word or that expression of living radically, whether it means just living in the present or living in the now versus worrying about your past and your future. But when living radically, for me, for a little background for this little phrase is when we were in Thailand, my leader, because it was a church thing, my leader asked like my group, have you had any radical thoughts while you're on this trip? And some of us have been like yes, and some of us no. And I don't know, the idea of living radically just kind of, it appeals to me a lot, but it's also like a hard concept to kind of take grasp of. Some of the things that people were saying about living radically would be, for example, going and living in Thailand and being a missionary there, or going and church planting and stuff like that. That's just an example from Thailand, but living radically, I think the idea behind it is going out, taking some of your radical dreams and going out and doing it, like physically living out your dreams that you don't think are possible. Because the matter of the fact is, something that you think that might not be possible is completely reasonable and within your I don't know how to say, I don't know what word I'm looking for, but it's within grasp, it's within reach of your lifetime. So if you have some radical thoughts, like for example, if you want to be an astronaut, go be an astronaut. If you want to go travel the world, then go travel the world. You might have different means of how you get there and how you achieve that dream, but I think living radically is an important thing that we all need to think about and be taking advantage of. We're all not going to be young for forever, and this concept of living radically is just taking some of your dreams and living them out. For me, this is what it is, and I think just living radically is stepping outside of your boundaries of your box and going and doing something for the world or for yourself or for other people that's going to make you happy and make you enjoy your life. And I think that's important for everyone to experience. Like, living radically can be so drastically different for many people. Like, living radically for a socially awkward person can be just stepping outside and going and saying hi to someone, while living radically for an extrovert can be going to another place around the world and experiencing and diving into that culture and trying to help people there. Like, living radically doesn't have to be something that's necessarily something big that's going to change the world, because even if you go out and do something, whether it be small or big, you're changing the world just by being here. The world would not be the same if you weren't here. I think that's a concept that we all need to like wrap our heads around. Because the world would be completely different and our lives would not be the same if we didn't have certain people in our lives. Like, you're here for some reason, whether it be whatever you believe or whatever I believe, it doesn't matter. You're here and you're on this planet and you have changed people's lives and you have made an impact on the world and in different people, even if you don't think you have. This is just, I don't know, living radically, it's kind of this concept for me of, I don't know how to explain it or how to completely indulge in it, but I'm gonna figure it out, because that's what I want to do, and because I've been constantly thinking about this question, like, have you had radical thoughts today? And it's like, yeah, I have. And I think those radical thoughts are what are going to keep us going. Because if you stop thinking about stuff that you dream about, then what is there to live for, honestly? Like, what is it? Who's texting me? I'm kind of just ranting here, but like, I think we should all think about this concept of living radically, because I don't know, it's just something I like. Living radically, I think it's just something you should just think about in your lifetime, because it's like, you only have one lifetime. You're in this body once. No matter what you believe, you're in your own persona once. And doing all that you can with that life, I think, is very important. And this idea of living radically, I really want you to think about it if you're watching this video. If you're watching this video, have you ever had any radical thoughts? Have you ever thought about doing something that's completely out of your comfort zone that you would never think that you would do, or you never thought of in a million years, but you want to do that? Like, have you ever had any of those radical thoughts? And I really want to know. If you've had any of those radical thoughts, leave them down below if you're comfortable enough. And I'd love to talk to you about them. Living radically for me is just doing something for the world or for yourself that's just not, it's out of the social norm, and it's completely different than what anyone expects you to do, and it's just living out of your comfort zone for the greater good, whether it be in yourself or in the world. And living radically is just an important thing to do. I feel like it's an important concept that we all just need to, I feel like I'm repeating myself constantly, so I'm sorry if I've just like repeated myself over and over and I'm just rambling. But I don't know, I have a lot to express on this, like, but I don't know how to get my words out. But yeah, I think it's really hot in here because I don't have the fan on, so it's not making noise. But I think if you're watching this video, and if you would do me a favor and you would just think about the idea, have you had any radical thoughts before? And even if you might not think you have, you probably have. And some radical thoughts can be so many different things on so many different levels. And I think it's just, I don't know, I think you should just think about it, and we should all take into account or consideration this idea of living radically, because I have radical thoughts that I'd love to live out through my life, and it kind of, I think it's like your dreams are supposed to scare you. If you don't, they have that quote that if your dreams don't scare you, then they're not big enough. And honestly, all of your dreams that you have are achievable. It's just what you're gonna do to achieve those dreams are up to you, and it's up to how dedicated you are to achieving those dreams. And I think living radically is a part of that process of achieving your dreams, because if you have something that you want to achieve but you're not willing to step out of your comfort zone and do something you're not comfortable with to achieve that dream, then I don't think you'll ever get there. So if you're not living radically, I don't think you'll ever really experience life how you want it to, or achieve any of your dreams that you really dream of and want to hold and say, this is mine. I think that's just important. I think living radically is just, I don't know, it's just something I've been thinking about and something I've just wanted to talk about for a little bit. And I don't know, I didn't write anything out for this video. I just kind of like pulled everything from my head, just like, okay, I'm gonna talk about this, and it's all coming so fast, so I feel like I'm like repeating myself because I don't know how to portray this. But yeah, that's my concept of living radically, just living your life on a different level than you expected it to be. But yeah, so this is like my first video I've ever had like this. I'm probably gonna have more because I think of a lot of different things on different days. So if you guys like this type of video, let me know. And if you've ever had any radical thoughts that you'd like to talk about or you'd like to express to someone, leave them down in the comment section below. If you're not subscribed to me already, press the subscribe button and you can see more of me. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys later. Bye.